Hey y'all. Alright, so I have something different for you today, but before I go there, uh, I want to say that I watched a video. It's called, I think it's called Lad Bible. That's the channel. They're wonderful. They go into some serious topics and real topics, real things that people go through with their life, and it's just real and raw, and I really dig that. And they had a paramedic on there, female paramedic, talking about what has impacted her, how has her career affected her, do you have any mental health issues, any PTSD or anything like that, as a result of the things that you've seen. And it's just really awesome. And she said that she was answering questions that people had submitted. And one of the questions, and I read the comment, so I want to address this now before I get started. One of the comments was, or questions was, do you still, as an ambulance, do you still have to respond to when there's dead bodies? And somebody said, oh, that's ridiculous. Why would you have to do that? And I said, I used to work for an ambulance service. I said, yes, we had to respond when there's a deceased person because we have to follow protocol. We cannot assume that the person who's calling, when they say the person's deceased, oh, well, they said they're deceased, so we're going to declare it. You know, it doesn't work like that. We have to see for ourselves if that person is viable or not. And even in a case where it's obvious that they're gone, obvious, I mean real obvious, you know, this is gone, or something else that you can't survive. In Missouri, we would have to call the medical director of at the hospital. That person is in charge, okay, of emergency services, or emergency services, so we would call that person who's a doctor and tell them we've got a person here who is not compatible, their injuries are not compatible with life, do we have permission to not work this person and to declare them? And that doctor would say, yeah, go ahead and do that. So we weren't even as paramedics. No, my paramedic wasn't allowed to declare them either. It has to go through the medical director. So everything has to follow protocol. Everything has to follow protocol. So yes, ambulances do respond to deceased people. It's not ridiculous. That is protocol. So, and I understand that people don't understand that. They don't get that. They're like, oh, they're obviously gone. Then we just go ahead and call the coroner. That's not how it works. Okay? But that's a good question. Does the ambulance have to respond to someone who's no longer alive? Yes. The answer is yes. Okay? Also, one more thing I wanted to say. Somebody in my class, when I was in the EMT school, somebody said to me, why are you always asking what we could do legally to protect ourselves against patients? Why do you always ask that? I said, because everybody doesn't respect you automatically because you're wearing a uniform. And you need to know what your legal boundaries are in case a patient comes after you. The same paramedic that I just told you about, her and her partner were ambushed when they were called. When the ambulance was called, the person who's the patient stabbed both of them, and both of them almost lost their lives. So it wasn't me being paranoid, it's a reality. I mean, people target cops, and cops have guns. Okay? Your uniform doesn't prevent you from being attacked. If anything, it makes you stand out, and it could make people come for you. So she got stabbed in the side of her chest and in the front of her chest. She had a big hole in her chest, and I don't remember where her her colleague was stabbed, but yeah, they were ambushed. So no, I wasn't just being paranoid. Oh, she thinks everybody's going to beat her up. You know what? If you don't think that someone will light your fire, I don't want you when I worked in the field, I wouldn't want you as a partner anyway, because you're going to get both of us iced. Come on now, we can't be naive, we can't be silly. Okay, so we're going to peek into the mind of the narcissist and how the narcissist thinks. This is not me. This is how a narcissist thinks. So don't be telling me, you're a terrible person. I can't believe how cold-blooded you are. I'm getting off your channel. I don't ever want to see your videos. This is, look here. Calm yourself. Cool your jets. This is peeking into the mind of a narcissist. This is not how I think. This is not me. I am not a narcissist. Narcissists do have brain damage, though, and that dictates their horrible behavior. Okay? And I've already told you which parts of the brain are affected by their brain damage. Prefrontal cortex, the amygdala, and the anterior insular cortex, which is the part of the brain that's responsible for empathy, is very thin in a narcissist. So I am pretending to be the narcissist today. Okay? This is not me, and now you need to hate my guts because I'm a cold-blooded bitch. No. This is us peeking into the mind. I'm going to pretend I'm the narcissist. I'm going to bring you into the mind of a narcissist. I've been raised with them. I've been dealing with them my whole life. I dealt with one 2 years ago. And he could go dive in a shark's mouth as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, moving right along. So this is going to be cold-blooded. Some of their mentality, this is me pretending to be a narcissist. You know, some of this is going to be harsh. Some of this is going to be a trigger. If it is triggering for you, then just take a deep breath. Pause the video, go get you some wine or get you something to drink or get a snack and take a deep breath through it because it's going to be raw. It's going to be raw. But those of you who have dealt with narcissists, you'll be like, oh my God, this is too real. She's hitting the nail on the head. I've dealt with them my whole life, so I'm versed on how evil they are. Okay? This is how narcissists think, not how I think. Okay? Let's get that straight. So inside the dark mind of a narcissist, this is their mentality. You ready? Let's go. I always say in the narcissist Bible, their mentality is, what that got to do with me? Okay, you got robbed, you got knocked down a flight of steps, you broke it, your hip, your leg, and everything, and your wallet was taken. Okay, what that got to do with me? I'm pretending to be narc today. Your health and your safety is your problem, not mine. I am phony as hell when I first met you. I can't reveal who I really am in the beginning, now can I? Of course not. Our so-called marriage means you're married to me. I'm not married to you. You better be loyal to me. I don't and won't be loyal to you, but you need to be loyal to me. I will protect my finances even though we are supposedly married. You better do the same. Otherwise, you will get a bird's eye view of how controlling I can really be. So let me pause for a second, go back into who I am, not the narcissist. Somebody came and spent the weekend with me a long time ago, and he contributed toilet paper, okay, because it was expensive back then. And then he started to monitor how much toilet paper I was using, and I said, are you the toilet paper police? Well, I paid for it. I guess he don't realize women use toilet paper every time they use the bathroom. Wow. Back to being a narc. Here I go. I'm allowed to treat you as badly as I see fit. Since I'm more important than you, duh, you have to take all the abuse I dish out. I decide if the marriage is over, not you. I don't like having sex with you. I only do it because you want to. I prefer to have sex with people who are fresh and new, people who feed my ego. You don't do it for me anymore. I will start controlling if and when we do it. I will control you as often as I can. I can't control myself, but I must control others. It makes me feel important to be everyone's boss. I like to fight. If I can control your emotions, I can control you. I also like to tell you that you like to pick fights. Projection is a lovely tool that I keep in my toolbox. Okay, where's the rest of it? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back. Here we go. If I'm the sole breadwinner, put on your seatbelt. I can't wait to decide if and when I give you money or not. If you become disabled, refer back to rule number 2. Your safety and your health is your problem, not mine. I enjoy smearing your name even while we're still together. I have to set the stage so that when we are over, people are already prepared to feel badly for me. So I'm going to smear your name while we're together to tell everybody how awful you are to me, even though I'm the monster to you. I'm going to set the stage so they feel sorry for me when you kick me to the curb or when we fall apart. Everybody's going to surround me and give you support and love and think that you're a dragon. If my antics cause you to have a nervous breakdown, that's your fault, not mine. I like to dominate you and the children. Get it through your head that I am the dictator of all of you. You got that? I'm the dictator. I'm the ruler. If you become terminally ill, I still expect you to cook, clean, and feed my sexual desires. I know you're dying, but don't be selfish. The world doesn't revolve around you and your illness. Stop being lazy. Get up. Do something. If you die before me, thankfully, I can move that little hottie in right away. That person will remove all traces of you and decorate as they wish. Don't worry, I will eventually hate them too. But before then, it's all fun and games for me. I hate when you cry. Someone died in your family? Why are you so upset? That won't bring them back. You weren't that tight with them anyway. I hate myself. That's why I thrive on all things negative. I always talk about people behind their backs. I love weaponized incompetence. If I don't want to do something, I just act like I don't have any clue how to do it. You will get frustrated and do it yourself. That's the goal. I will tell you that I want another baby. Then when you get pregnant, I will change my mind and tell you that I don't want another baby. Chaos and confusion is my middle name, baby. By the way, Chris Watts did this. Let me pause for a minute. Bits and pieces of this are actual true things that have actually happened. I've experienced myself, or I've seen this happen to other people. So this is not stuff I'm making up. I've seen it through my lifetime and I've experienced it. I've seen other people go through it. I've seen it in criminal activity as well. Chris Watts said he wanted a baby, and then when she got pregnant, he didn't want the baby because he wanted to be with a new lover. So, when I find out you like something, I'm taking it from you. Okay? I'm petty and simple-minded like that. Oh, yeah. And if I could spread other people's money, that's what I prefer. I'm a beggar and an opportunist. Did I go there? Yes, I did. I know somebody who begs for his parents' money. They paid for his house. They paid for his car. They pay for the house to be remodeled. He lied to them and told them that he's going to do work on the house and to make it, bring up the value, increase the value. So if the house, when the house or if the house gets sold, it'll be worth more. He never finished doing it. He lied. He said whatever he had to say to get them to pay for the house. He started doing work downstairs. He doesn't work construction, so he has no goddamn clue what the fuck he's doing. He's got a hallway that's about that big. My friend's a construction worker. He said that hallway downstairs, because he saw the inside of this snake's house. He said that hallway is so small you can't even get a chair through it. You don't do that. You don't make a hallway that narrow. Jackass didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And he's a beggar. He begs, has no embarrassment about begging for his parents' money. No embarrassment at all. Should be embarrassed, but it doesn't have enough sense to be embarrassed. Okay. Let me see what else. So the person I'm talking to that begs off his family and they pay for everything because he prints papers. He can't afford a pair of drawers. His ex-wife had a nervous breakdown and eliminated herself. I met another narcissist on a dating site whose wife did the same thing. Well, she didn't eliminate herself. Let me backtrack. She ended up having a nervous breakdown behind him because I saw his behavior on the first date. Imagine dealing with that for 10 to 15 to 20 years. You don't think you'll lose your mind? Oh, yes, you will. You're dealing with a crazy person, so that's going to make you crazy. Okay, so these are all real. What I'm talking to you about is real. I've experienced and still experience I will decide when I'm going to give you money or not. I've experienced the smearing your name while we're together. I've also, I didn't personally experience this, but the one where I said, if you die before me, thankfully I can move that little hottie in right away. That is from, these are all true. That is from one of my friends. Her uncle he's a horrible person. Let's just put it that way. He's an absolute horrible person. And he put his wife, not only, she had dementia or Alzheimer's or something, put her in a nursing home, but forbid her to have visitors, and moved his girlfriend in their marital home and had her erase traces of the wife and decorated her style with what she wanted the house to look like. These are all real. This is all real. Put her in a nursing home. Put his wife in a nursing home. And forbid her to have visitors. Well, there's a caveat to that. That person can forbid you to have visitors, quotation marks, but they cannot, by law, they cannot forbid you to have clergy. So your pastor or your reverend or your whoever, your rabbi, whoever, by law, they can't refuse that. So then my friend's aunt, she is a reverend, and she became her reverend so that she could see her. And the wife is losing her mind. She don't remember, she's losing, her cognitive abilities. Well, she don't remember a lot, but she remembered her nasty ass, evil ass husband, because when he went to visit her, he tried to touch her and she yanked away from him like, don't you dare. I started laughing. I said, damn, she might not remember a lot, but she remembers she can't stand him. Then, oh no, it gets better, honey. Oh, wait. Okay. It gets better. When the wife died, the girlfriend dumped him. So he lost, well, he already lost his wife because he didn't want to be bothered with her no way. And then his little young, half his age hottie, he lost her too. I said, that's what you call karma. That's what you call karma. So these are not me being evil and nasty. This is my reenacting narcissist mentality. They're hateful, 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 hateful. So if you experienced any of these, I'm sure you can relate 1000%. And I'm sorry that you've gone through it or are going through it. But the sooner you reclaim your life, the better off you will be, because you don't need to be dealing, dancing with the devil by the pale moonlight. You don't have to deal with that. You don't need to deal with somebody who doesn't give a rat's ass what happens to you. Oh, you had a heart attack? Oh, that sucks. Am I going to play golf? Do you know if it's going to rain today? If you're going to be by yourself, guess what, baby doll? You might as well be by yourself officially. Get rid of them. They don't love you. That's obvious. People who love you treat you well. They don't thrive off of negativity. Okay? They want you to be happy. They want a smile on your face. They want to respect you, and they do respect you, and they do love you. Narcissists are incapable of loving anyone but themselves. Okay? They cannot love anyone but themselves. So if you've been through this hateful behavior, again, I'm really, really sorry. But the sooner you escape them and block them on everything, the better it'll be for you. If you have children, there are apps that can help you parent with less stress. One of them is called Our Family Wizard. I don't know if it costs a fee or anything. I don't really know how that works, but it's called Our Family Wizard. And you can have minimal discussion with the narcissist, and you go through the app for your communication. And it helps greatly if you have children with the narcissist. Okay? All right, you guys take care. Much love, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.